Okay, today we're going to cover chapter 4.2, solving quadratic equations by factorization. So the very first thing that we need to know is this. For example, if you have two numbers, let's say p times q is equals to 0. Okay, right hand side is 0. You think about it, right? How in the world do we get 0? It's either 0 times q or p times 0. So in short, right, the idea here is this. If p was 0, okay, if you get 0 times q, you get 0. Similarly, okay, if you let q be 0, p times 0 is also equals to 0. So in this case, when you have p times q equals 0, so you can safely say that either p is 0 or q is equals to 0. Right, now how do we extend this right into algebra and solving equations? I'll give you an example now. For example, if we have x minus 3 times 7x plus 6 is equals to 0, it's like p times q is equals to 0. So in this case, this times is equal to 0, I can say that x minus 3 is equal to 0, is as if p equals 0, or 7x plus 6 is equals to 0. This only works if the right hand side is equals to 0. So if I solve this, x is equals to 3 or 7x equals to negative 6, x is negative 6 over 7. If you don't believe me, try. You put x equals to 3 into this equation. You get 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 times this, you get 0. Similarly, if you say x equals to negative 6 over 7, you put here 7 times negative 6 over 7 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. 0 times this will also give you 0. Hence, x equals to 3 and x equals to negative 6 over 7 is the solution to these equations. And in this case, these two things, okay, x equals to 3 and x equals to negative 6 over 7 are known as the roots, okay, of the equation. I give you another example now. For example, if I have 4x minus 11 square is equals to 0, like this. How do we solve this? Okay, it's quite similar. It's as if 4x minus 11, you can write it as this, square is 0. You can write it as 4x minus 11 is equal to 0. It's like p equals to 0, or 4x minus 11 is equals to 0. Notice that these are the same solutions. What you get is 2 3/4, or x equals to 2 3/4. So if they both have the same value, okay, both roots are the same. So in this, mathematically, they are known as repeated roots. Alright, okay. Now we move on to several other examples. I'll give you another example. If you turn to your exercise 4.2, alright, what we're going to have is, I'm going to do question 2D for you. 2D is this, 2x squared minus 7x minus 4 is equals to 0. Then what we do here, if we look down here, what we can do with this is a quadratic equation. We can actually factorize. Okay, we get 2x and x, okay, is negative 4 plus 1 equals 0. Okay, let's do it by the multiplication frame. Okay, so we have 2x squared and negative 4. So we have 2x and x. This one we have negative 4 plus 1. We check. This is negative 8x plus x. Together they give you negative 7x. The frame is correct. So I have 2x plus 1, x minus 4. Same thing. So what I've done is I've applied the skill from an earlier chapter. We factorize first. After we have factorized already, we apply the skill we learned from this chapter, where we know that 2x plus 1 equals 0, or x minus 4 is equals to 0. So if you solve it, x is equals to negative half, or x is equals to 4. That is question 2D. Right, I give you another example, okay, which is question 3B. Okay, question 3B will work like this. 2x minus 1 square is equals to 16. Okay, so what we do here first, we expand. 4x square minus 4x plus 1 is equals to 16. We collect all terms on one side. Alright, okay, now equals to 0 here, we will start, okay, to factorize. So if we try to factorize this, 12x minus 1, 4. Okay, we have 2x and 2x is equals to 0, so we get minus 5 is minus 10, okay, 6. Okay, we try the multiplication frame. What we should get is 4x square minus 15. We try 2x and 2x. 15 can be written as negative 5, and 3 we try 6x minus 10x is negative 4x. This factorization is correct. Then we know that 2x minus 5 is equals to 0, or 2x plus 3 is equals to 0. X is equals to 2.5, or x equals to negative 1.5. Notice that my answers are given in mixed numbers whenever possible. Okay, I give you one final what I call example for this subtopic. I will do question 3E. And question 3E works something like this. We have y minus 2, y plus 5 is equals to 7y minus 10. Okay, again we have to try to aim to get a 0 on the right hand side. So first I will expand. Okay, then I collect terms on my left hand side. Okay, we have a very special case here. Notice there's no number here. There is no need to use a multiplication frame here to factorize. You can just factorize y. Okay, and inside I'm left with y minus 4 is equals to 0. So in this case, either y equals to 0 or y minus 4 is equals to 0. Simply, this one is one solution. I also get y equals to 0 or y equals to 4. Okay, and this concludes the examples from chapter 4.2. Alright, and then we will come to class and we will complete the work in class. Thank you for watching.